Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. We are going to start Principles of Microeconomics lecture first. Let's start consumer choice. And first we see that what is the consumer's equilibrium. Actually, consumer has to face the problem of multiplicity of wants and limited income, and consumer want to maximize his satisfaction, and for maximizing the satisfaction he will have to keep in mind the income constraint or budget constraint he or she that face, and consumer maximize his satisfaction, and he spend or try to spend on those goods which provide him maximum satisfaction, and tendency of his expenditure when going on to increase, he has to keep in mind his budget income. And we can say that consumer is in equilibrium when his budget constraint and his satisfaction are tangent to each other. To understand this concept, let's see what is the consumer equilibrium. To understand the concept of consumer equilibrium, we will discuss two approaches. First one is cardinal approach and second one is ordinal approach. What is cardinal approach? Actually, cardinal utility approach to consumer equilibrium is also known with the name of cardinal utility approach, is also known with the name of utility approach or classical approach or cardinal measurement of utility. You have to remember all these names because sometimes question can be asked what is utility approach, question can be asked what is classical approach or what is cardinal measurement of utility. So you must know that it's the name of one theory. And what are the main assumptions of this model? Let's discuss what are the main assumptions of this model. First one is cardinal number. Cardinal numbers, you have listened the word cardinal in mathematics. So what are the cardinal numbers? The basic assumption of this model, number one is cardinal numbers. Second one is utility. U represents to utility. Utility is a function of quantity. Third one is consumer remains alike. Fourth one, consumer is rational. And fifth assumption, marginal utility of money remains the same. Let's discuss these assumptions one by one. First one, cardinal numbers. What are the cardinal numbers? Cardinal numbers actually like these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 20, etc. And what it presents, for example, you drink 1 glass of water, then you drink second glass of water, or you drink third glass of juice or fourth glass of milk. How many satisfaction you obtain from drinking these liquid things? Economist or the classical economist having the view that we can measure the utility which we obtain from consuming of a good or we avail of a service. Similarly, as I say, I am having 5.7 inch height or I am having 73 kg weight. If I can measure my weight, my height, similarly I can measure the satisfaction which I obtained from anything or a service. If I drink water, then I will told you that how much satisfaction I obtained from drinking the water. So classical economists having the view that similar like weight, similar like height, similar like speed, similar like temperature, utility can also be measured. And how utility can be measured? As weight can be measured by weighing machine, height can be measured by scale, and temperature can be measured by thermometer. So how utility can be measured? They say utility can be measured by utilometer. Utilometer is used to measure Utilometer is used to measure the utility into numbers when a consumer used the units of a good. It can be any kind of good. It can be burger, it can be pizza, it can be Lay's, it can be juice, anything which you consume. It's mean the goods which you are going to consume, it's providing you utility or satisfaction. And according to classical economist, this utility or satisfaction can be measured into cardinal numbers, and these cardinal numbers are measured with the help of utilimeter. Utilimeter is actually, they are saying utilimeter is actually an instrument which can measure the utility. Second one, U represent to utility. Utility is the function of Q. Similarly, as you study into law of demand, that quantity is the function of price. Similarly here, utility, similarly here you study utility is the function of Q. In this equation, quantity is the function of price, but in this function, utility is the function of quantity. It means that utility, how much utility we obtained, it depends upon the quantity, and how much quantity we consumed, it can be measured with the help of utilimeter. If I say I consume 1 glass of water, then we can consume second glass of juice, third glass of milk, then how much utility I obtained from consuming Q1, Q2, Q3. So according to classical economist, these all kind of utilities can be added, and so that utility can be measured. So U1, U2, U3 and so on, utility can be sum up for measuring it. So it's clear to you that utility is a function of quantity. It means utility is totally depend upon the quantity which you consume, and how many units of that quantity you consume. It determines the utility. Third assumption of the model is consumer remain alike. What it mean? It means what is the behavior of a representative consumer? The same is the behavior of rest of the consumer during the consumption. For example, if you check the example of your home or anyone else, that what's is cooked in a home, every member have to consume, or have to take that food into the dinner or lunch, and what's the representative is doing, or what's the head of the family is doing, all the members will follow it. It's mean that all the consumer are following for a particular circle or particular area, behaving like same, they are consuming the same thing. Or it depends upon the weather. For example, nowadays a cold weather, and if you observe in each consumer and in every home, the use of our consumption of coffee or tea is going on to increase. So it depend upon that, and depend upon the research, the consumer behaving alike. Next one assumption of the model is consumer is rational. What does it mean? Consumer is rational. Rational means consumer is wise. He can decide. He is well aware with his income. Consumer is well aware with his income and prices of goods. He know how many income he has and what are the prices of the goods he is going to purchase, so that he can balance, he can obtain his equilibrium, he can remain in his income. For example, when you go for a shopping, you know how many money you have into your bag, so you are not going to spend extra money, so because you never want to borrow from anyone else in the market, so you will try to purchase within your budget. Last assumption of the model is MU. MU represent marginal utility. Marginal utility of a good change while marginal utility of money remains the same. It's mean that the goods which we consume, we can add them, and they present total utility, and when total utility change, marginal utility change, but marginal utility of money remains the same, because if say our purchasing pattern, that we can, how many units we can purchase into 5 rupees, that and how many units we can purchase into 10 rupees, it will it's the value of the money, and value of money of the product who depend upon the quality of the products which are going to purchase within a specified amount of the money. Next one, we have to well aware about the basic terms before starting any law. You must know the basic terms of starting the law. First one is total utility. What is the total utility? That total utility is actually the total satisfaction a person derived from consuming a given quantity of a good. For example, I am having 2 kg of apples, and I am having one teaspoon of salt, for example, and how much product of both the commodities I will use, and how much satisfaction I will obtain from apple, salt, or anything else. You can assume that how much satisfaction you obtained from the consumption of a particular good, and by adding the satisfaction and utility, you will obtain the total utility. Next term is marginal utility. What is marginal utility? Marginal utility is present with MU, while total utility is present with TU. And marginal utility, what the marginal utility show? Marginal utility show that marginal utility show change in total utility due to consumption of one more units of a good. That how much change in total utility. Let's take the example. For example, when I consume 1 unit, for example, in the morning, I am habitual of taking the tea, and in the morning I take 1 cup of tea. It will give me a lot of satisfaction. If I take another cup of tea, it give me a little bit less satisfaction. If I am going to take 3rd cup of tea, it will give me more less satisfaction. And if go on, I am going to take 6th cup of tea, every additional unit give me lesser utility or satisfaction. It means that additional unit, one more unit of a good is going to present it by marginal utility. We can explain both the term. With the help of the table and graph clearly. See here is the table. Let's see, I am having the commodity of apple, and if I am having 0 apple, it means 0 utility. It's are just the assuming values. If I am going to consume first 1 unit of apple, let's suppose it's providing me total utility of 8 units. Actually, it's the cardinal number, as you have assumed into the model assumption that the utility can be measured into cardinal numbers. So 8 is a cardinal number. So if unit 1 apple, let's suppose this 1 unit of apple is providing me 8 unit of utility. So from 0 to 8, how much change in utility? That is 8. Second unit minus first unit. It means total marginal utility actually describe the change in total utility. And how we can measure the change? Last unit minus the first unit. So it will show the change. 8 minus 0 it equal to 8. It is the marginal utility. If I am going to consume second unit of apple, and let's suppose second unit of apple is going to provide me 14 units of total utility. That how much change in total utility? From 8 to 14, then 14 minus 8. It means marginal utility is 6. Why marginal utility is going to less? You can see here that total utility is increasing, while you can see here that total utility is going to total utility is increasing. Total utility is increased here, while marginal utility is going on to decrease. As I mentioned the example of tea, that one cup of tea give me more satisfaction, and each additional cup unit of that tea will give me less satisfaction. Similar is the case here, that additional unit of apple 2 is giving total utility 14, but additional unit is going to have lesser marginal utility. Similarly, you see third unit of apple is providing total utility 18, while when we see the difference 18 minus 14, its mean marginal utility is 4. It's mean that from the table you can see that each additional unit of apple is increasing the total utility, but each additional unit of apple is decreasing the marginal utility. What will be the result? From the table you can see here, you can derive the results. 3 results. Number 1, when total utility is going on to increase, marginal utility decrease. When total utility, second one, when total utility is maximum, when total utility is maximum, marginal utility is 0. And third one, what is the third result? That when total utility is decreasing, marginal utility is negative. These are the 3 results. Number 1, when total utility increase, you say from unit 0 to unit 4. You can see from 0 to 4, when total utility is increasing, marginal utility is decreasing. When total utility is maximum at the unit 5. When total utility is maximum, marginal utility is 0. It's the second result from this table. Third one, when total utility is decreasing, it's from 20 to 18. What will be? Marginal utility is negative. This is the third result of this table. This table can be explained with the help of a diagram. That will be easier for you to understand the relationship of total utility and marginal utility. Let's see, draw a diagram of this table. Here is the diagram. As I have explained you how we have to draw the axis, you can see it is the vertical axis, and this is the horizontal axis. On horizontal axis, you will have to mention on the horizontal axis, you will have to mention the quantity. On these axis, you will have to mention the quantity. This is the horizontal axis. On the vertical axis, on the vertical axis, you have to mention the total utility. and on the second vertical axis you will have to marginal utility. This graph actually show the relationship between the total utility and marginal utility. From the graph you will see the same results which I described into the table. 3 results. See here, from unit 1 to 4 total utility is going on to increase. You see here total utility is increasing, and in the same you see marginal utility is decreasing. For at the unit 5 you see total utility is at the top, at the maximum, while marginal utility is 0. Marginal utility is 0. You can see in the graph marginal utility is 0. And third result, what was the third result? That when total utility in this area, you see when total utility is decreasing, your marginal utility is, you can see here, your marginal utility is negative. This is the third result. When total utility is decreasing, marginal utility is negative. Most important point of this lecture is that you have to draw this diagram in this trial when you are going to show the relationship of total utility and marginal utility. You have to draw these diagrams like this: total utility on the top and marginal utility below it. You have to draw the scale like this. Mention equal units from 0 to 1 with the help of scale. It means your scale must be same on the above diagram and in the below diagram. On the horizontal axis your scale must be on the same distance. You can see here 1 1 2 2. It means you have to draw this diagram with the help of scale and divide the scale in the equal distance, as I have explained you earlier in the class. So keep these points in the mind, so your relationship, you can show accurate relationship with the help of a table and diagram. Hopefully you will have to understand this lecture. If you have any kind of question, please share it in the comments. I will answer your questions as soon as possible. And in the last, please subscribe to the channel so you can get upcoming videos on the next lectures. See you in the next lecture. Allah Hafiz.